Happy Lilac Day. Real quick before we get started. Oh, I feel very like there's a bush here. Before we get started, just a quick informal call out to my team. I've called them the Lilac Squad since the get. With no fighting, I'd love Ed, Lexi, Alyssa, Carrie, Donnie, Corey, Dave, Jeff, Lisa, Reagan, Janine, and Aaron to please join me. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Both sides, please. Both sides. Pull in. Okay, thanks, guys.
How did you know it was that?
All right. Now I feel complete. So I can't thank my squad enough because I would not be standing here without everybody alongside me. So thanks very much to everybody here. Also like to thank their significant others because if they're not working the festival, they're building things for the festival or they're just listening to us be very annoying. So just a quick round of applause for the squad. Yeah.
We're applauding for each other. Yes.
Again, my name is Jenny Lomaglio. I'm co-producing the event this year with Ed Schramm. We are thrilled to welcome guests to the festival for another amazing year of a free festival. That includes great art, music, and of course the star of the show, the flowers. One of our favorite festival traditions is unveiling the poster. The poster is just a favorite always because it's always done by a local artist, so we look forward to showing you that in just a little bit. But before we get into the poster and more about the festival, we'd just like to take a moment to recognize those who make the festival possible. And this is for real. We would not have a festival here in our wonderful Flower City without Monroe County Parks, City of Rochester, and our Visitors Bureau at Visit Rochester. And this group, along with our Lilac Festival board members, have worked collaboratively to keep this time-honored tradition alive for 126 years. That's crazy, 126 years. The Lilac Festival is a great example of all of these groups coming together for the betterment of our community, and it is with deep gratitude that we are all part of it. So thank you again. To share a bit more about what makes this partnership of the festival so special, I'd like to welcome Monroe County Executive Ed Bello to the podium.
Oh, you don't have to leave. Good afternoon. It is really great to be here with all of you. There is no denying it. Spring is finally here, and what a better place to celebrate spring, celebrate our festival season, than to kick off the Lilac Festival here at Highland Park. An event of this scale could not happen without a lot of planning, without a lot of preparation, and months and months and months of work. So I want to give a really big thank you to Jenny Lomaglio and Ed Schramm. Let's give them another round of applause. Jenny, thank you. Ed, I just saw you on the news. Nice job. But they have done really just a fantastic job stepping up as co-producers of this year's festival. You did it out of love for the festival, out of love for Monroe County and our community, and to make sure that our residents here have an opportunity to have a good time over the next several days. And so I just really want to say thank you. I also want to recognize and thank Don Jeffries from Visit Rochester and his team for their just tireless and endless support of all the events that we have here throughout the year. Their abilities to attract new events to our region, attract people from all over the world, and support our existing events that we have here is really just an incredible thing. None of this would happen without them. They've been very busy over the last year, and we're going to keep them busy over the next few years. So thank you, Don, for you and your team. And of course, I want to thank also our Parks team led by Pat Meredith, our Deputy Director Bob Kiley, the whole team from Parks. Oh, I see you guys over there. Thank you. They are working around the clock. It's again tireless work and that they do here. And if you look around, you can just tell they're just doing an amazing job. We have almost 24 parks around Monroe County that they're responsible for maintaining. and we've also given a lot of investments to our parks over the last couple of years. So we've been keeping our parks crew very busy, and I want to thank them for staying on top of that and doing such a remarkable job. Also, one more person I want to call out is Mark Quinn. Mark, this is your time to shine. Mark, here we are. He's in charge of the flowers. I think there's over, Mark, there's over 1,200 lilac trees, right? 1,200 lilac plants around the park here. Mark and his team, again, are doing a fantastic job. They're beautiful. They're right on bloom. So this is the weather has been really great, I think, for the lilacs here. So. The Lilac Festival has been going on for over 125 years. This has been a destination for families in Monroe County, our surrounding areas, and beyond. We expect upwards of 500,000 people to be here at Highland Park, with visitors coming across, like I said, New York State and the whole region to see really the beauty of the park, but also to experience the unique food, the fantastic entertainment. The music that we have this year is second to none. And the best thing about it is this is all free. This is a way for people to come. They can enjoy the music. They can walk around the park, try some of the unique food and beverages that are going to be here, and they could do it for free and spend some time outside with their families. So I encourage everyone to come outside over the next 10 days, take advantage of everything that the festival has to offer. And this is one of my favorite things to do here. I'm 44 years old. I've been to 44 Lilac Festivals, and my kids haven't missed one either. That's right, and so this is a great way to also just build those family memories that we have. There's a lot to do here from kids, for kids and adults, and it's a really great family friendly event. I also want to thank the men and women in law enforcement too, who partnered with the Lilac producers as well to make sure that the event this year is also safe for all of our families. Our first responders who are here that are working around the clock to really just make sure this is a great event. So I'm really looking forward to the poster unveiling today. This is one of the best parts of the festival as well. That really helps mark and memorialize this event for years to come. So again, I want to thank the artist who created this. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm really anxious, and I'll get off the stage now so next speakers can speak and we can get to actually the point here. But again, encourage our residents to come out, have some fun over the next 10 days and really take this all in. So thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I'll just say who you are. Okay, our next speaker will be Pat Meredith, who's the Monroe County Parks Director. So come on up.
Thank you, County Executive. Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here on this exciting day. For 126 years, historic Highland Park has hosted the Lilac Festival. It's become a staple of our community, giving folks the space to celebrate the coming summer and shaking off the cold of winter. We are here to have fun, but it's more than that. We come to the Lilac Festival for a break from the everyday responsibilities we have, to spend time out in the park, enjoy music, and see friends and family. While in Highland Park, you'll see various flowering plants and trees, the magnolias, our tulip and pansy beds, and of course, the lilac collection. Down by the Purple Crosswalk, children can play at our natural playground, the Lilac Adventure Zone. Every day, we strive to keep Highland Park clean and to provide a space that the community enjoys spending their time in. I hope that you'll all take advantage of everything the park has to offer. As you walk through Highland Park, both inside and outside of the festival fences, I ask that you keep the well-being and livelihoods of the folks who live in the area in mind and help keep the area clean. Due to the influx of people in the Highland Park area, we've worked with Monroe County Department of Transportation as well as law enforcement to set up traffic patterns that attempt to ease congestion and keep vehicles off neighborhood streets. When you see barricades across streets, please respect them, along with parking signs and private property. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Lastly, I want to thank everyone who has worked diligently to keep Lilac Festival alive and well. I would also like to personally thank my staff. Without your support and hard work, none of this would be possible. We hope you enjoy this year's festival. And now it's my honor to introduce our fine mayor, Malik Evans.
Thank you, Pat. And thank you all for being here. I hope you smell what I smell. And it's a good smell. That lilac smell is something that when I smell that smell from the bushes, I'm reminded of my childhood. I grew up in this neighborhood, so Highland Park was my backyard. This is where I grew up. I went to school at number 12 school. I walked to school. I could walk to the Lilac Festival as a kid. And I'll tell you, back in the day, I saw some great musical acts here at the Lilac Festival. And I can remember when they even had performances at Highland Bowl. So it is a thrill to be here to celebrate opening day of the 126th Lilac Festival here in beautiful Highland Park. I love all of our parks, but this is probably one of my favorites, even though it belongs to the county, even though it's in the city. This is a county park, so thank you, Mr. County Executive, for letting me sit here, letting me show up here. That's right. So I want to thank the county executive for hosting us in this beautiful county park that is kicking off this great festival that is in collaboration with the city of Rochester. And again, my thanks to Pat Meredith and his team, Monroe County Parks Department, for all they do to ensure that Highland Park shines each year, every day, but especially during the Lilac Festival. And then a person who I'm going to bring up in a second, of course, Don Jeffries from Visit Rochester, not only for their service to on the Lilac Board, but also for all they are doing for making sure that Rochester gets the spotlight, to show that Rochester is an upper echelon city. But you got to have people that can get that message out there, and Visit Rochester does that every day. They are great ambassadors for Rochester. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank these two folks, Jennifer Lomaglio and Ed Schramm. Man, you guys stepped up and took on a big undertaking. I mean, 126 years. This is an organization. This is an institution. This isn't something that just comes together through osmosis. You got to have some orchestra conductors to make it happen. And Jen and Ed are here to do that, and we can't do this without them. I know they will be breathing a great sigh of relief after we're done, but I know that we will have a great festival. And while the Lilacs may be the star of the show this week, the sponsors and vendors really are the backbone of this festival. So we want you to come and spend money on these sponsorships, partially because I'm a former banker and I like getting the sales tax revenue, and I just did my budget. People don't realize that this festival drives economic development in the city of Rochester. You may not know that when you're going to buy the kettle corn or support one of these vendors. You're actually supporting the county and city's budgets, and that is good for taxpayers and it's good for everyone. So this is an economic development engine for us in the community, and I think people need to be reminded of that. So we're very thankful for that. And you know, the food, the entertainment, the art, there's just so much going on here. It really gives visitors the opportunity to see what makes Rochester so special. So I want to remind all of our residents to be on your best behavior, because we're going to have guests are from out of town, and we want to let them see all that is great about Rochester and why it is important to, and why we're all proud to call Rochester home. And that truly would not be possible without the support of everyone here today. So again, thank you so much to our county executive, to Visit Rochester, the Lilac Festival Committee, my folks in Rochester Special Events, the Rochester Police Department, who will also have a major presence here today. I always say it's not me, but it's we, and everyone here is a part of that collective we. So congratulations. I'm looking forward to the poster unveiling. And now I'd like to bring up Don Jeffries. I joke with Don. I tell him that he's been a part of every single Lilac Festival except for maybe one or two. But he is here today. He's a good sport about it, and I believe one of the best leaders of a visitor bureau in the country. And I'm not just saying that. Don Jeffries. Don.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Visit Rochester looks forward to welcoming visitors from all over the world to this year's festival. Events like this festival, as the mayor mentioned, are economic engines. You know, tourism in Monroe County is a billion-dollar business, and we're proud that Visit Rochester gets to be part of that. The Lilacs are the star of the show, but this year I want to announce that the Cooking Channel's Carnival Eats, which is a show which is on the Food Channel, will be here filming most of the week, so we're going to get nationwide publicity out of this year's festival. Fun stuff. And thank you, Rachel Labor-Pelvino, for bringing them here. Thank you. I also want to extend my thanks to Jenny and Ed and to Dave Cooper. Thank you very much. We're going to have a great week. Please invite your friends, your family to come to Rochester to enjoy the Lilac Festival. And I'm going to go off script a little bit. Mr. Mayor, Mr. County Executive, You should be so proud of the people you have working for you. They stepped up. Pat Meredith, Bob Kiley, Chris Kirchmeyer, unbelievable. When the Lilac board met and we had to get new promoters, they worked to get it done. And on the city side, Joe Alisi, Barbara Pierce, and Kara were fantastic. So thank you for having them. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everybody. Now I'll turn it back over to Jenny.
Very nicely. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'll keep it quick. I echo everybody's thoughts on keeping our park beautiful, keeping it safe. And I think this year's theme is a fresh new look. It's also just keeping it local and keeping it inclusive. We've got some new things in the park grounds. Like I mentioned, we've got a fresh new look. You'll see a lot of fun, exciting merchandise. I have a merch team that really outdid themselves this year. We have nonstop music, which is free all day long. And going back to keeping it local, most of those bands are local, but also includes 10 national headlining acts. So we're so thrilled to have everything come full circle on that side, as well as weekend art shows, our 45th annual Lilac 5K, 10K races, and a donut dash, because I love donuts, so we had to sneak one of those in. Seniors Day and all things for kids and everybody in between. So as everybody mentioned, come on down and enjoy everything for everyone. Now it's the moment we have all been waiting for, which is the unveiling of the poster. I'd like to welcome this year's poster artist, who is local. Her name is Allison Cote. She specializes in vintage style design and illustration. She has worked for, I know who's a Joe Bros fan, but she has designed Joe Bros, Jonas Brothers artwork, Daniel Ponder, who's with us this week as well, John Craigie, C.W. Stone King, and many more. Allison lives here in Rochester. She works here in Rochester, and she lives with her husband, Alex, and their son, Sonny. I'll say a few words about the poster, and then we will welcome the cameras to shift over to my right to do the unveiling. This poster brings joy, color, and community, and those were some of the key words she had in mind when creating this design. She wanted the poster to depict the standout features of lilac festivals past that have made people return year after year. As a nod to the era in which the festival began, she drew inspiration from illustrators of the 70s, such as Peter Max, John Alcorn, and Heinz Edelman. Her hope is that the design reflects the beauty, freedom, and happiness of visiting Highland Park during this special, special time of year. Let's please welcome Allison Cote.
Everybody here. Can I get one right here? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody. Anybody else over here? All the way to the left. You got yours, Brandon? Yes. Everybody here? All right. We good?